What's up, gamers? Today we have a round robin game in the Pennsylvania Federation against Joe, and we drew the US, so let's make it happen. Our opening hand is Asia scoring, Comic-Con, Blockade, Fidel, USJ, AI War, D-Stall, and Duck and Cover. So not a really good headline available to us. We'll be playing a 90-minute game. So headlining USJ could make Asia a little easier to score, but it's a huge source of ops for us in the turn. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna try to drop Asia. We could get royally punished by VR revolts. Hmm. Still, it would be good to get this obligation out. And yeah, decall or VR revolts would be a disaster here. But USJ and Duck and Cover aren't really good headlines. So I think I'm going to risk Asia, and we're just going to pray for no VR revolts or decall. Okay, captured Nazi scientists I can live with. Of course, our opponent is going to be have a leg up on us in space, but that's all right. We're down 3 points off the get-go. All right, so we're going to focus up in Europe and the Middle East, but still probably try to put one in Thailand. Well, obviously we're going to have to blockade D-Stall, and then probably space Fidel. So we have about, let's see, 5, 8, 12 ops to work with. Whew, glad that wasn't the headline. Okay, and a roll of 1. That's great for us. All right, Purge is gone. Okay, so things that we need to do. We need to repair Iran and get maybe 1 into Pakistan and then 1 into Malaysia, I think. Something like this, maybe? Or maybe that's putting too much emphasis on Asia. Other options would be going in this direction. And yeah, that's always a rough start for the Soviets. I do like the idea of getting into Pakistan, though. Lebanon is also good if we're going to be eventing AI war. Yeah, so why don't we do this? We'll do 1 Malaysia, 1 Iraq, 1 Iran, 1 Lebanon. Then if we see another coup, we can grab Thailand, which is always clutch. Although maybe we should be prioritizing France at the moment. Yeah, 3 in France would be good. But the way we've set it up now, we can enter Egypt with AI war. Be fairly happy about that. Okay, I'm glad I did Oh, no, I didn't do Comic-Con. Okay, so independent reds would have some value here. Independent reds. If I had used Comic-Con, but did not, so. Opponent probably setting up for some de Gaulle or Suez nonsense, but we can't let them walk into France. That's good tempo on their part. We might not be able to space Fidel. We might need him for mill ops. Get a coup in. Okay, socialist governments. So let's fix up Europe. Good to have blockade out of the deck. Right, my opponent happy to know that de-Stalinization will be coming back in the second and third turns. Potentially. Now, de Gaulle and Suez still very threatening. We should definitely try to get one more in France so that we don't lose it now that our opponent has adjacency. Cambridge 5. Where are they going? Okay. It's a big hit for them. So let's get our mill ops. And then we're going to need to go France. And then hopefully Thailand. This way we can trap them with CIA too. Come on, big roll. All right. Beautiful. And now if they are holding CIA, they won't be able to get rid of it. So we got 5 ops. So we're hoping to get 1 into France and maybe 3 into Thailand. Looks like Egypt is going to have to fall by the wayside for now. But yeah, we got our mill ops. We're holding on to Middle East well. Yeah, 5. So 2 Egypt. Oh no! Decall. That's very dangerous to see. Okay. So let's see here. We could still try to get the China card out of this decolonization. And again, maybe we'll leave Egypt alone and just do France, Thailand if they don't immediately flip it. If we get CIA next turn, Angola will be a good target for that. The opponent has to worry about entering Zaire. Okay, there's the China card. So we'll go to France, I think. Really shore it up. All right, so we got NATO, defectors, Warsaw. Oh, I'm so glad we got Nasser. Korean War, that could be good. Truman, UN, and Eastern European unrest. So Marshall's still in the deck, NTB is still in the deck as far as headlines, or I mean 4-ops that our opponent could have. They're probably going to try to headline Suez or de Gaulle if they have it. So that's defectors. Oh, Olympic Games, not a particularly good hit for, and very risky. If we had headline duck and cover, that would have been game for them. So they might have duck and cover. So our goal should be to get into Libya this turn, and Pakistan, India, if we can. We don't have IP war, so we might take one small step at a time here. I think the first thing we want to do, though, is try to... Yeah, we should enter Pakistan right away, and then... so that we can have a shot on India. Or maybe we should just event Korean and try to get K-War out first. So they saw Vietnam, Suez. Okay, special. It's great to see. So that's going to shore up France. We're basically de Gaulle proof now. So now let's take a coup. Of Zaire. It's not amazing, but it's something. Didn't want to use a bigger card, because we have a lot of obligations. 2 Egypt, 2 Libya, Korea, Pakistan, India. There's a lot. Probably delay Warsaw. Yeah, maybe even UN Warsaw. Not sure. Maybe UN will be our hold card in case we draw something. We could also hold Korean War and just take South Korea all right, hold it through till turn 3 and space it then. That could be good. Okay, here's Marshall to give us an even stronger situation in Europe. Okay, so it looks like they're trying to turn off Europe Dom. Yeah, I don't know. What the situation with Korea is tricky. But yeah, if they enter Burma, I want to be able to take India with China card and all that. So they have to spend 2, then we spend 1, then they spend 2, then we spend 2. Yeah, might try to use China here so that we can get out of having to give them Warsaw, because that would really help them fight us on Europe. Probably could have put 1 into France instead of Italy, so that was a mistake. Or maybe, yeah. Yeah, I think I should have put 1 into France instead of Italy there. Because now, yeah, I mean, they could just brush war Italy at some point. And de Gaulle is, you know, just going to take France to the breach, to the brink, so. So yeah, so we could UN Warsaw, Space Korean, and that leaves us with 6 ops. So we should take Korea. I mean, obviously, if they continue to fill up Europe. So 2 Libya, 2 Korea, at least 1 India. Space in Korean would be worth quite a bit. Oh, nice. Okay. So we'll get some points off of Middle East here. Now, let's work on Asia. Europe seems fine for the moment. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could try to take Burma, India, and Pakistan all with the China card. IP war. Okay. So let's look. Vietnam, Suez, Romanian de Gaulle, Europe, NTB, NORAD, Formosan. so I do really want to hold Korean through. And I don't want to give them Warsaw because it's going to make Europe weak. So let's use the China card. So now we can UN Warsaw to grab Libya and Canada, and then figure out what to do with Nasser. 5-year plan going to space. So they probably have CIA if I had to guess. So, yeah, duck and cover. If that comes back, we should definitely headline it because it seems like they have CIA if they're spacing 5-year plan. Afghanistan is to make it harder for them to get adjacency to Pakistan. Okay. So they broke with Vietnam revolts. So let's see. We got Romanian abdication, Suez, Europe. So they have CIA, containment, de Gaulle, Formosan, NORAD, and NTB. Okay. We didn't see nuclear test man? Guess not. Okay, so what could they headline here? De Gaulle, CIA. Let's see if there's CIA, containment, de Gaulle, NTB, Formosan, NORAD. Just trying to think, how useful is it to purge them? Oh no, we have Formosan. We have Formosan. And then we have Red Scare Purge, Destall, and Defectors. So options are Defectors, Europe, right? Well, we're not doing Europe because they could have SOCGovs in West Germany. Let's do Purge. I mean, it's going to leave us low on ops, but we can get an op back from containment. The de Gaulle event doesn't really do anything. NORAD will be 1 weaker, but they'll space that anyway. NTV will be 1 weaker. Let's just do Defectors. So we'll get 2 extra ops. They'll lose an op to NTB and containment at the least. Alright, let's do purge. Oh, should have done defectors. Should have done defectors. Okay, so they got decall. And here's our purge. Ooh. 2 decalls. So they're going to go into Indonesia, which is going to make it hard to maintain Asia Dom. But their China card isn't as intimidating. So we're going to want to get rid of Europe as quickly as possible. Defectors and Destall are our unknown cards. Special coup. Guess France. That way, when we give Suez, it won't be as painful. Let's grab Algeria. Or, we could just get 1 into Algeria. Yeah, let's do that. 1 into Algeria and then retake Asia Dom. Yeah, because we can set up realigns at the end of turn. Oh, was that our known card? No, Formosan is not known. So they have CIA containment. So we'll need this space before the end of the turn. I guess our hold card will be defectors. Yeah, that seems like a... No, Destall. What am I talking about? Where's USJ? Oh, I played it. Okay. Okay, there's their big card, other than China. Let's keep the pressure on. Might see the China card out of them again. We really need to get Romanian or containment to fire on Romanian or Suez. And then one in Saharan. Gotta score Europe here. Been delaying too much just in case they have Asia. All right, there's USJ. Okay, so let's score Europe. Last IR we'll get into Saharan, so we can threaten to flip Nigeria, set up realigns on Algeria. Okay, those are our obligations done. Two in South Africa. Wow, okay. Going all in on Africa, that makes sense. Let's get one more into Mexico. Then probably gonna see two in containment to take South Africa. Maybe should fight back in South Africa a little bit. Unsure about that. Could flip Zaire. No, I don't want to give them a better coup target. Probably just gonna go. Yeah. Okay, so where's Special? Special is out of the discard, so I don't need to put back into France. Saharan for sure. Could even set up double realigns. Panama, Guatemala. All right, so they're still holding CIA. We did get Africa. Oh, geez. That's bad. So Nixon. Okay, we can brush war Algeria. The Cambridge 5 is going to be hard to deal with. Africa scoring, South America scoring, Panama Canal returns. AI war, brush war, and JP. So I think because they're holding CIA, grabbing China would be really good. And we probably want to brush war Algeria after they take their coup for the turn. Okay. So they have NATO, 5-year plan. They have some good stuff here. SocGov's Olympics, Arman, ABM, Sadat, and Latin. So let's take a coup on Zaire. Need a big roll here. Are we missing any other options? No, I think this is pretty cut and dry. So if they don't immediately ABM Zaire or flip it or something, then we can drop Africa. They have the ops to flip it though, unfortunately. If we just rolled one higher, then they'd at least have to use ABM instead of jamming with NATO. Would I roll 3? Yeah, that's reasonable. Definitely could have put into South Africa instead of okay, Olympic. I think I'll take this. I think the situation could get much worse. Yeah, let's just be done with it. Now wherever they ABM, we can brush. So we want to start doing Panama Canal and start setting up some points in South America. Where's Olympic? What'd they get here? Oh, just a 1. Okay, perfect. Okay. I thought they showed us their hand. Okay. So their hand is 5-year plan, Latin, NATO, Arman, Sadat, and SocGovs. Okay. So now seems like a good time to play Panama Canal Returns. Might end up doing brush war for ops here since Africa's fallen by the wayside. Getting 1 in Zaire could be a long-term benefit. Let's see, can't use DSOL, can't use Cambridge. So we've just got JP and AI War. I guess we could hold on to AI War until after. Okay, so realignment. Oh, shit. That's a great play on their part. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Nice. Okay. Excellent. All right, so let's see, 5-year plan, NATO, Arman, Sadat. I think if we go Colombia, they're just going to coup. I think I'd rather go... I don't know what I'd rather do. Maybe this? Yeah. Brush for ops. Thailand isn't a good enough target. Nothing in the Middle East. Africa scored. Nothing in Central America. We're not going to be able to hold on to it until the end of turn, so... But they do have a lot of ops, so if we try to omit... Okay, so we'll get rid of Quagmire. We'll get rid of IP War. We'll get rid of Brezhnev. So 4 cards in hand. $18 and discard, 15 removed. Okay, everything checks out there. So I guess he's going to try to hold Sadat. That's interesting. Well, I don't feel comfortable entering Uruguay with him holding NATO. I can try for Colombia. Or make him sweat a little bit. Oh, he's going to 5-year plan Sadat. That's cool. Okay. No, I shouldn't have done that. I should have entered Colombia, see if he cooed, and then at least I'd be able to coup back. Now I'm just going to have to score South America for 4. Unless he does something with NATO right now. Lads coup. Yeah, having that NATO has just been so intimidating. Well, we have China and we're heading to Asia. Guess I could have used China. Nah, whatever. Yeah, I think I'll coup Guatemala with Cambridge 5. So what's still out there? Allende, Che, Cultural, Flower Power, Lib Theo, Lone Gunman, Muslim Rev. Ooh, Muslim's dangerous. Definitely need to get into Israel. Oh, there's NATO. Okay. See what he's doing with it. Okay, so we need to fix Europe before the thing happens. Dang. Well, at least that was worth a point. Okay. For Muslim. So it's still holding 5-year plan. Okay, so we got Kitchen, Usuri, Shuttle, Truman, Alliance, Junta, How I Learned, and U2. So let's see. Che's out there, Allende, Cultural Revolution, Lib Theo, Muslim, Portuguese, South African, SALT, Southeast, Middle East, and Central and Asia. So let's see here. I think Junta is usually pretty good. Could also do How I Learned to try to protect Zaire. Want to hold Usuri for cultural and destall until we see SALT. Junta seems good though as far as maxing out Alliance for Progress, so let's do that. Our opponent has 5-year plan, so they could still 5-year plan Asia or Middle East or Central or something like that. So don't want to go too hard in any of the regions. Brush wars out, so we can just go straight into Argentina. Missile Envy. Okay. So, Argentina, Cuba. Missile Envy is going to give you 2. So if our opponent has Central, they should probably drop it now. Or if they have Allende, we're going to use Shuttle to take Chile. Or no, I mean we're going to use Missile Envy, of course. We know they have 5-year plan. If we had Bear Trap, we could do something cool about it, or Missile Envy. Yeah, them being able to 5-year plan Asia is going to be rough. We should probably get one into Tunisia. Yeah, one into Tunisia seems good. Yeah. But first things first, 2 is the perfect, Missile Envy is perfect for queuing Guatemala. So I've got Alliance, D-Stall, How I Learned, Kitchen, Shuttle, Truman, Surrey, and then Missile Envy is actually in my hand, technically. 24, 18. So why does it have an extra card in the discard? Removed is 19. There should be one more card removed. Okay. We're just going to do this the hard way. Africa scoring, yep. Europe scoring, yep. South America scoring, yes. Defectors, yes. Oh no, we're going to do this the other way. ABM, Africa, AI War, Brezhnev, Brush War, Decall, Defectors, yep. De Gaulle, Europe, Formosan, IP, Junta, Korean War, Lads, NATO. Oh, NATO's in effect, okay. And the space of grain. So now it should be 1924, okay. Well, them spacing grain makes me sad, but that's all right. That was gonna help us in Africa. So now shuttle to Chile. Alliance for Progress. Che, okay. That always happens. Classic Che roll there. Yep. So let's score this Alliance for Progress before we start getting realigned out of Panama. and score kitchen debates. Allende. Okay, Cultural Revolution. Flower power is still out there. Lib Theo would be difficult to deal with. Should probably start over protecting Central. I hope he just dumps it. I'm tired of worrying about Central. I want to move on with my life. We're running out of ops to defend ourselves if he starts getting jammy. The deck is slightly more red, but a lot of it's like has to do with Africa. Yep. So I think I'll overprotect these two. Or maybe just Mexico? Not sure. Oh, Lone Gunman. Yep, realigns coming my way. So let's do kitchen while we still can. I mean, if I walk into Colombia, that's just going to make the realign situation worse. I guess I could jam one into Costa Rica. Ah, yes. Sticking one into Costa Rica would have been good to prepare for this situation. Because they also have decent realigns on Zaire here. Yeah, China into North Korea is cool and all, but when they can just 5-year plan Asia, not really feeling it. Still no sign of salt, so don't really want to space a D-stall. Our next move will be tricky. It's too early to start worrying about special, I think. Guess we could go one Sudan. Oh, yeah, one Tunisia would be a good op to do with Truman, I think. Unless I really want to coup Guatemala. Yeah, 5-year plan's gonna be brutal. Willie. Okay. All right. No. Just thinking if Middle East is going to get fought over in this regards. I mean, there's still Camp David to bail me out. I think I want to prepare for Lib Theo. It's so bad though now that Panama's under realigns. I guess D-stall isn't so bad anymore. I could just space D-stall next AR. Try to get a point. Yeah, it doesn't seem like that good of a grain target anymore now that I think about it. Now that South America's all full. Could also flip Lao. That would be relevant for Asia in the long term. Oh, there's salt. Yeah, let's prepare for Lib. Okay, so we got Warsaw, CRG, which is definitely going to be a consideration for headline, nuclear subs, which is a great consideration for headline, UN, which will probably go into flower power, arms race, puppets, and voice. So they are likely to headline Lib, possibly Muslim or cultural. And they could be holding Bear Trap, Ask Not. So cards that we can coup with nuclear subs. Flower Power, Puppets, Voice. What can we do with Voice here? I think I like CRG. Cause some chaos in Africa. What would help us the most in Central? Puppets? Yeah, because CRG's regions that we don't really need help with. Unless they have Southeast Asia. Puppets could help in the Middle East. Puppets could help us get back into the Middle East. Voice. Yeah, I'm not sure about voice, so. Yeah, let's do CRG. Okay. There's Muslim. So here we can take out of Israel or something like that. Okay. Yeah. So they probably have Middle East. Still holding 5-year plan, I see. Okay, so Tunisia for sure. Nigeria. Laos, Indonesia. Or what if we did just focus on the scorings? Vietnam is not removed. Yeah, let's do this. Africa is just a dumpster fire. Not a lot to be done about it. Guess we can hold nuclear subs. Okay, now we need to get one back into UK this turn. We will bury a coup of Mexico. Keep Middle Eastern Dom. No, we gotta keep scorings from getting bad. What if we UN'd Warsaw instead of Flower Power? Let's try that. Let's see. Camp David Accords. Yeah. Let's try this. UN of Warsaw seems legit. OPEC for influence. Okay. Hmm. Could take 2 out of Israel. It just feels really weak. But I think that's what we gotta do. This way we can use Puppet to get a little extra in Libya. There's Middle East. Yeah, I don't know. I think I messed that up. That's okay. Oh my gosh. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, so liberation theology is still around. South African. Just trying to hedge against realigns here. Dang. Okay, this is All my scoring's gone, and then you can 5-year plan Asia or something like that. Aye, aye, aye. Maybe I'll just hold UN. Gotta start taking DOMs here. It's just hard when you know that they have 5-year plan. Duck and Cover, Eastern European Unrest, Camp David Accords, Bear Trap, Astronaut, CMC, One Small Step. Maybe if I hold Warsaw through, I could space it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just get one into Libya. Or, no, let's... one into Libya. One into Guatemala. And, one into Colombia. And then we'll just use UN to finish Libya. Cultural Liberation Theology, Vietnam. EEU could help us out here, maybe. I think I botched this turn, yeah, because I wasn't pressing hard enough to take back DOMs. Alright, so they can 5-year plan Asia. That sucks. One Small Step. Cultural. EU. Ask Not. Southeast, which I can ask not. Cuban. So they got Bear Trap, Camp David, OAS, Summit, Asia, and Libtheo. So they're probably going to headline Liberation Theology. So let's use Junta to shore up. And go to Panama and coup Guatemala. Hold EU. can coup Mexico, actually. Okay, that's good. So our redraws are Olympic and, yeah. Camp David will take care of that for us. Is there anything we can do to stop them from 5-year planning Asia? I don't think so. Really unfortunate. So we're going to try to hold through. Hold Warsaw through. So we're just astronaut. I can space. I would like to ask not Southeast Asia. We will bury you coup of Colombia. Oh, there was a reshuffle. Okay, all right. So I don't need to hold Warsaw through. We're good. Asnaut's gone. Cultural, Warsaw, and Southeast Asia. Oh, nice. So we're going to see some realigns here. OPEC's only worth 1. Willie realigns. So we got South America scoring, Brezhnev, and OPEC. I guess we could take a coup on Colombia. I mean, what if we roll a 6? Then 8, 6. I mean, yeah, roll a 6 with Olympic Games. Camp David. Okay. So this seems like a good time to score South America. Could also take a coup on Colombia. If we roll a 6, then South America will be better. Nope. But at least we got our mill-ops. We would need those either way. Bear trap to space. Now they can see our headline. Let's take another shot on Colombia. That just take some pressure off of Panama. Summit coup. Roll low, roll low, roll low. No. Ugh. Alright, I give up. 5-year plan Asia. That's interesting. I mean, I can just put back in with OAS. Very cool. Yeah, let's just give him a point. And then Brezhnev for the last AR. I think I'll flip Nigeria with Brezhnev. Yep. Well, my indecision definitely cost me 2 points there. I should have just, if I was going to OPEC coup Colombia, I should have just done it. Yep, okay. So now we can't get controlled in Africa as easily. So we're adding the late war. Oh, war games. That should do the trick. Terrorism, UN, Iran, Iraq. Lone gunmen. Ooh, danger. Decall. Duck and cover, which we can't do. I don't think, anyway. Vietnam and war games. So, is there anything to help us in Africa? No. Let's get set up Europe. Well, I'd like to thank Kennedy for handing us that huge South America. Definitely made some mistakes there in regards to... Oh, snap. Excellent. Okay, so there goes war games. We are still playing. We can UN gunmen, so we don't have to give up the China card. Dang. Oh man, I thought the game was over. Boy, was I wrong. Is there anything I can do about that? Not really. Now, seeing as we are way behind in Africa, I think our odds are still good though, because we're ahead on a lot of scoring regions. We're at 14, so. There's Evil Empire. To turn off flower power. Let's make Nigeria a little stronger. If they score Central, good for them. We're still doing all right in like Asia and stuff like that. We can space decall. Iran-Iraq war actually gets us mill ops. And makes the Middle East look nice. Yeah, they should maybe consider putting 3 in Saudi, although I doubt. I think they want to slam Central or something like that. Hold duck for ops. There's also something of a rush. Yeah, that seems odd. Because I can just put back in. Yeah, Warsaw's not coming back. So I could start pushing in Poland. Maybe should have spaced first. Yeah, considering they're like realigning, going for central control. I don't have my mill ops. I think that was bad tempo. So let's see, lots of cool stuff out there. Yuri Samantha, Reformer, Soft Govs, South African unrest isn't too much of an issue. Yeah, that's fine. You can have Poland back. Just stop trying to realign Mexico. Now, is there somewhere far more useful for this coup? No, because I mean it gets us points and stuff. Yeah. Cool. So now we could push for Middle East control. But, yeah, there's Central. So where do I want to put these ops? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so not a lot we can do in Africa. Yeah, we could just keep pushing in Europe, I guess. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, I could coup Saharan. Maybe I messed up in Poland there. Maybe I should have pushed harder in Poland. I'm really not sure. Oh, I'm missing an AR because I UN'd and I got Aldrichsed. Okay. Here's Truman. I'm getting China back. Could mess up Asia. But I don't think we need Asia to win. Oh, cool. That's why it was a spike to the heart. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and thanks Iran-Iraq War for sealing the deal.